sliding down a side street like a hazmat loaded truck. The world is full of heroes, but I don't give a damn. The deities once lived there, but they're not there anymore. The Dodgers moved to L.A., the Mets still play in Queens. I don't know where God is, but the devil's in New Orleans.
If you remember what had happened before, Nicodemus had run off because Gabriel had kind of thrown his weight around a little bit. Mm-hmm. He'd been attacked by 3 of the Devanets, who were also Denarians. You had taken out the guy who was the large obsidian scorpion humanoid. Mm-hmm. It literally taken him out. You had taken his coin, you had cut his coin off, and then you had coup de grace him and said, yeah, he's not getting back up. If you remember, you had taken the woman who was in green. She was the one who was full of stars. Mm-hmm. And you had, Gabriel Beaumont had stolen her coin, and then she had turned into a normal human, and you had you had subdued her, tied her up, put her in the back of the van. You'd taken those, and then Lashiel, who you had encased in ice and was basically out of the game, had broken out and flown to the cemetery. You had followed her, found out that there was a White Court vampire who was sacrificing another White Court vampire in the cemetery, and that it was basically, he was doing a ritual that was calling up all the spirits in New Orleans. And New Orleans has seen a lot of death over the years, so that's a lot of spirits. You had hopped in the van, wound up having to do a little bit of fighting with some Civil War soldiers, and eventually wound up at St. Louis Cathedral. You were kind of chivying people into the cathedral to protect them from the spirits. You also found out that spirits could not get into the cathedral. It was protection from them. And you've been kind of pushing them away with your spear, and, as they hit an invisible wall and they can't get inside. Anastasia had showed up with her crew, and Deacon Fontainebleau had invited her in as long as she behaved herself, at least for the evening. Then, Jean-Marie had shown up with her crew and had mentioned something about that she would work together, that sisters of the church need to be together, or need to, help each other out, which was kind of like, what? Sisters of the church? Who? What? Jean-Marie? This is the kingpin of, crime in New Orleans, and she's talking about church? A little weird. That Anne-Marie Laveau had knocked you unconscious, taken you out back, done a ritual, and put her brother's shade into you. That's where your nice little card comes in, yes. So you kind of know some of his abilities. And she'd apologized profusely and had promised to put him back where he belonged when the battle was over, but she thought that you guys would need his help. He was a pretty powerful practitioner, if you remember. He's the one who literally stopped the hurricane from coming to New Orleans, even though it did wind up going into Bay St. Louis. But it caused him to have a heart attack because of the stress, and he wound up actually collapsing and dying. Let's see. Trying to figure out who came in. The cats. At the very, very end, there was a knock on the door, and the cats showed up. One of them turned into this thing about the size of probably a lynx or a mountain lion, really sharp teeth, really sharp claws, who had mentioned that and he seemed kind of irritated by the whole situation, that the Autumn King had sent them to help, but it was kind of interesting because the Malks typically are winter fae. So if they're helping, it may mean that the Autumn King has decided to throw in with winter, or he may have decided to call in a favor or owe a favor to the Winter Court, which neither one of those would be great situations, that's for sure.
Did the cats come in, or the cats just...
No, the cats said they would wait.
And said they'd wait for
They said they'd wait for you because churches smell bad to them. Mm-hmm. Which is, cat, fae for, we don't like churches, they're gross. But the fae... If you remember, one of the things in England, the thing that really pushed the Fae out was the bringing of Christianity, which caused most of the fairy creatures to have to go underground into their hills. That was the thing that kind of chased them out. So, yeah. Anyway, and that's where you were. You were ready to make an assault on the cemetery. Your plan, I think, was that you were going to help Miranda attack the guy in the circle.
Yeah, flying, spinning, suplex, drop kick, something.
I
Right.
think
Now, is that after
also-
we found a way past the barrier of...
You two were going to try and bring the barrier down. Jean Marie's going to help you get...
Yeah, she
They're
did
gonna
help
take
me
up
with
the-
something.
Yeah, she's going to help. The Anastasia was going to help
They're
with
gonna kill the
cultists. The cultists, right. Because she said our people can handle that pretty easily. You and Anne Marie were going to handle the spirits between here and there. And the Malks hadn't really been given an assignment yet, I don't think. So they're kind of,
I mean, will they really listen to us in general?
That's the
I mean,
thing.
it's a cat.
You tell them they're going to do the exact opposite.
Is it fairy cats? They kind of, and since you are the Autumn Knight, if you give them a command, they will follow it.
Loosely follow
Just
it.
not the way you think.
But yeah, be careful how you word it because they're going to be looking for any way to turn it because they're just nasty creatures. They're not very nice. So yeah. In the Dresden Files books, the Malks will disappear except for their teeth and eyes, kind of a la Cheshire Cat kind of thing. And that's they think that Lewis Carroll maybe saw a Malk, and that's where he came up with the idea for the Cheshire Cat. So yeah, they're not very friendly.
Cool.
Yeah. So, what are we doing, guys and gals?
Well, if Jean Marie is going to help
you.
get the
Yep.
thing down, and you can drop me on top of the.
Well, she's going to help
we're
you.
going to take the magical
She's going to help
barrier
you
down.
get inside to take down the White Court vampire. So she's going to kind of run interference with Volt.
Okay.
So I think we probably have to be the sneaky front lines in. No phone calls.
That's right.
Sneaky sneaky front lines in and we'll just.
Yeah.
The barrier covers the whole thing, or is it two barriers?
Well, there was a double circle, but you only ran into one barrier. So as far as you know, there's only one.
And where was that barrier?
It was the outer
The
circle. Outer circle, yeah.
Okay. So
And
we'll just sneak up
In the back
to.
corner of the cemetery, right?
Right. The northwest corner of the cemetery.
So
That's
we'll
correct.
try to sneak up to a piece of it that's far, the furthest away from where the action is going to be.
Now, remember, there's a
Taken
wall
down.
around the cemetery. You guys don't have to go through the cemetery. You could go around and come over the wall.
Yeah, I think that's what we
Well-
planned.
Yeah.
I was gonna
Were we
lift
gonna
people
do
over.
an
Yeah.
air
Or you
assault?
can even drop her in for all I know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the barrier doesn't go past the wall at all?
Well, as far as you know,
Fine.
time to draw a picture.
I mean, all the ones I haven't seen in person, so that's a...
Yeah.
Time to draw a picture. And this is kind of what Volt remembers. Here's the wall. Okay. And then kind of in this back corner back here there's a circle. It's probably a little bigger than that. And then inside that circle there's a pentagram. Now, wow, I'm going to do this at a weird angle. Now, that being said, this is the barrier you ran into. The guy was right here. It's white, so white court vampire, right? There was a wall here, and then, of course, a bunch of crypts and stuff like that. There was a wall here, and then here you had tombstones, kind of stuff here. Those are the ones you got knocked into when you hit the thing. And then some tombstones here. And then there was some larger crypts. And those are the ones that you got, when you smashed through the tombstones, you kind of fetched up against. And that's what it looks like. So there you go. The cultists were just kind of in this area around
And
here.
from what direction are we coming from?
You're going to be coming from that direction. Now, I mean, you can sneak around on the street. This is basically the street. So, you can come around the street and go over. Nothing to stop you unless there's somebody outside the wall.
Path to them is probably going to be the most surprising.
Yeah.
Although we could kind of create a diversion by flying in from this direction. That will maybe draw their attention and
Yeah.
give y'all a second to hop the wall if you wanted to do that.
We could attack the cultists first while we wait for them to get the barrier down.
Right.
Because we still got to deal with Flame Lady, too.
Definitely, yeah.
Is that Washiel?
Yeah, lots
Lots
of,
of-
Do
yeah.
we know if she's in or outside of the barrier?
She was outside the
outside.
barrier. Yeah, she was kind of in this corner over here.
Oh, never mind. I'm not going to. That's the corner I was going to go to.
Yeah,
Well,
I
you
mean,
can still go through it. I mean,
Yeah, we
she's
can-
just in an area.
I mean,
We can go
It's
first.
just one.
And
Yes,
100% we're not here at the moment. She might have moved.
yeah, that's true.
that's true.
I mean-
She could be on the other
Alright.
side now.
So does Jean Marie need to go with us in order to help me with whatever?
Yeah, she'll need to go with you guys. She says not sure she can move as quickly as Volt, but she can probably keep up on the ground.
Instead of tossing people over, I can just probably topple that wall, huh?
Just Kool-Aid Man through it?
Possibly. No, that's possibly true because having seen those walls right there, they're about this thick. They're brick. And as strong as you are, yeah, probably
I have a
so.
+6 to my might score when breaking.
Yeah, I would think you might be able to just crash through the wall Kool-Aid Man
breaking
style and do it. Yeah, or I'm the Juggernaut.
Craftsmanship.
Well, it upset the church
also has
to
the
break
breaking
through the
items.
wall.
Do what?
Will it upset the church to break
At
through
this
the wall?
point, with the
I don't
city
care.
being beset by
You could say
thousands
anybody
of
could've done it.
yeah, I think they're probably going to be okay with it. Yeah, we'll just put more bricks later.
Afterwards, they might get
Yeah,
mad.
yeah. But again, you can fix walls, especially walls
We
for
have money.
cemeteries. Yeah,
We
this
can
is
fix
true.
this.
You can even pay for it
Yeah.
for them. So yeah, hefty ties.
We have
to
a
fix those.
craftsman.
That's right. You could do it for them there. Yeah, you probably make it even better than before. So yeah. Alrighty. So what's the situation?
So
I don't
we
know
gotta
why,
get there.
but-
So
Right.
he's supposed to, they're going to lead, correct? To create a path, because we still have spirits in between here.
Yeah.
Right. Anne Marie suggests going out through the back door, through the little courtyard where the statue of Jesus is. There's a wrought iron fence and hedges. The spirits won't really be able to see through except for the wrought iron gate. And the nice thing about it is if something happens at the choke point, you guys could fall back in there and get them as they come through. So she suggests that.
Okay.
And it does put you a slight tiny bit closer,
Perfect. Sounds perfect.
All right. You want to call the malts? All right. How are you going to do that?
Here, kitty, kitty, kitty.
You do that, and there's a knock on the door. Door opens, and the malk is sitting there. It's just the one malk.
Door. Here, kitty, kitty. There we go.
Yeah, it's just the one malk,
Can't wait
and he's
to get
sitting out there. And by the way, it's misty out right now. Okay, just keep that in mind. It's a weird kind of mist. And the malk looks at you and says, "Ha, funny." Where are we going?
We're heading to the cemetery and
And you want us to do what?
protect us as we go.
So that means we can kill spirits, the ghosts, any humans who get in the way. Okay. Got it. We'll meet you around the back.
Gotcha.
So, he turns it off, and it's funny because he turns around to walk away, and he just kind of gradually fades out of existence. And you're like, okay, well, which, you can do that too. Fade, glamours.
So there's a.
It's not so impressive. So you head around to the little door that's there. It takes you out into the little courtyard, and as you get to the wrought iron gate, popping up on the walls are what look like about 9 of these cats. One of them being the one you notice, who is kind of this one malk that looks like a piece of his ear is missing. He's kind of a orange tabby, and he has 2 different colored eyes, and he just has this, he kind of exudes this air of just disdain about everything. The other malks are various colors, house cat colors. All of them are kind of staying in their house cat
Exactly what I was thinking.
guys, except for this one particular malk. And he's sitting on there, and the other cats are kind of sitting on the hedges. And he goes, "So just to be clear, anything that's after you, we're supposed to kill it."
Is there a trick in here, guys?
Look,
I feel like there's a
the
trick in here.
Faye thing, I kind of feel like it's always a loaded question, you know?
Well, by saying anything that's after you, it could be
Including the March of
taken-
Time itself.
It could be taken like
They're
trying to
Langoliers.
harm you or just behind you.
Yeah, so
That's what I'm
anything that
saying.
tries to harm us in our mission.
Right. Then we can kill anything that tries to harm you.
I mean,
Today? Should we put a time limit on it?
Well,
I hate
we're
people.
only helping at this point. After this, well, I don't know. Once you either all die, hopefully, we're done.
Mr. Cat, I have to admit, you are wording this in such a
Yes.
loaded way. Like, your tone and inflection
Yes.
is like implying that
He
there is
looks
more
at you
to
and
it.
says, "Why is she talking to me? She's not the autumn night.
She's not.
Can I make her be quiet?" And it's Claude nails go this long, and you're like, what? He's just not very nice. Yeah.
Yeah. She's cool.
So she's one I can't.
You can't. So you see us here,
including
Jean
Marie, right? And
her
what about
crew.
this stinky vampire?
Oh, they can.
And company.
Yeah, they're part of us. They're helping out.
And what about the Red Court vampire child?
Huh?
Where's that?
Hera?
Pointing at Jean Marie. And he says, the Red Court vampire. Is she with you guys?
Use me?
And Jean Marie goes, gulp. And she says, yeah, haven't made a kill yet. Not a Red Court vampire. And he goes, time, details. Don't
Semantics.
Care. Semantics. Don't care. Anyway, so is she with you too?
Yes.
And the twins aren't coming. And what about the big bruiser type ghouls that are with her?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
We're learning a lot about our allies right now.
The guys who are with her, she has like 4 people with her who are they're big. You remember the one who took you in the Rolls Royce, and he's the biggest. And when the thing says ghouls, he looks at him and he the monk goes, "You sure I can't at least kill him?" And he goes, "Like to see you try." And the monk goes, "Please."
Not until we're done. After we're done, then you know.
Fine. Once we're done, then we'll revisit this. And the ghoul looks at him, and of course he still looks human. I mean, he still doesn't look any ghoulish at all. And he goes, looking forward to it. And so he says, okay, so he points at everybody in your group, and he says, these guys get protected. Anybody else, it's fine to kill them.
I mean, not anybody else. Anybody that's stopping us from completing our task.
Anybody that tries to stop you from completing your task, I can kill them.
Yes. Even then, I feel
great.
A little
nervous
about what I just did.
So you're about to head out when all of a sudden the back door.
The whole time I'm going, oh, wait.
Fairies. The back door of the church slams open, okay? And this girl comes walking out, and she's about 90 pounds, soaking wet, blonde-headed, dressed all in black, and she goes, Della, what the heck is going on? It's Carla. I mean, remember, Muriel's is down the street.
Hey, Carla.
She says, where are you going? What's going on? What's up with all the ghosts and stuff?
Well, so it's a long story, but in essence, we have this guy over in the cemetery who is doing a ritual that we have to stop.
Okay.
And in order to stop it, we have to take down a barrier.
Okay.
And attack people. And we also have ghouls and stuff helping. And there's some weird cat things that are going to be helping us too.
And she looks up on the wall, and the cats are gone. So there's nothing up there. And you're like, okay.
Okay, they're there. They're just very full of themselves. Anyway,
she's with us.
Right so behind your ear, you hear, do I have to protect her?
Yep.
And then it gets quiet again. But it's a little warm air on the back.
Going to be like, she seems to be delaying you. This is impeding your progress.
Right.
And I'm like, Carla, I don't know if it's particularly safe for you to be here, but if you want to assist myself and my friend Bunk here with taking down this barrier.
So you start saying that, and Carla says, well, I'm in. But let me make sure Carl is going to stay here. And so she turns around inside, and you hear, oh my gosh, it's probably some kind of sewer vapor that's causing us all to hallucinate. I don't know what you're on about, but sure, go play with your wizard mentor. And she steps outside and closes the door and says, he'll be fine. Yep. Right.
Why do I feel like he's very much like the Mallet Cats?
Yes.
Well, he's very much in denial, is what it
I
is.
know.
Yeah. Not to be confused with the Long River in Egypt, right? So he is very much in denial. Yeah.
All right, but stay on your guard. This is dangerous stuff.
Right. Will do. She says, well, you've taught me well, so I think I can handle it. So you guys head out the gate. Give me a marching order, believe it or not.
Has she seen the number of times we loaded this up and erased it?
Give me a marching order so I know who's coming out the gate first. Probably going to be you and Jean Marie first.
Yeah.
Okay. Put me some figs there so I know where you and Jean Marie are, just to kind of get an idea.
I think that should be
What
you.
did we say was me?
That should be you, because you're like the big, powerful...
I thought there was one with a
Darwin?
I thought it
No,
was
but the guy that's possessing him.
I thought it was the one with the shield because that was your original one before.
No, Darwin's the dude isn't with us, is he?
Was he not
Emery's-
your guy?
Is Anne-Marie's brother here?
He's riding
Yes,
his.
he's.
No.
That's
Okay,
not-
yeah,
that's-
yeah, yeah.
I mean, for
That's
you
not-
guys,
Yeah, we don't know
since the
this.
guy
For
was
you
riding
guys,
him,
you
we
see
don't
Darwin.
know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
but it is very much
Yeah,
possession.
we have no clue.
We don't.
No, yeah,
we
yeah,
don't
that's
actually
why I was
know
like, what do you mean
about
big
that,
powerful?
though,
This is
right?
Darwin. Yeah, that's why I was confused.
She was a bit sneaky.
Not that she's not powerful,
Yeah.
but...
So you guys step out through the gate. The mall. You still haven't seen the malls. If you know, that comes out onto kind of a main street that runs east to west. You look around. You don't see any spirits on the street that you can tell. You do hear noises to the east and noises to the west. You also don't see any people, which might be why the spirits are not there. So it looks safe for now. All right, who's coming out next? And once you get out on the street, you can be in just a big wad if you want.
Do you
But
want
I would like
us
to kind of know who's
to
on the outer edges and stuff.
Blank the practitioners, keep them in the middle.
Yeah.
We're squishy head.
Yeah.
Well,
We'll be on squishy
Yeah.
duty.
Okay, so you're gonna take an edge. Okay, that's Bolt.
Me,
That is
Miranda.
Right.
no. The person with the sword was who is that?
That's Miranda, because Miranda has a
she has
sword.
swords.
Oh, okay.
well, I used
No,
to have
Miranda's a
sword.
spear.
Oh, you're
But
going you then.
the Autumn
Yeah, you're
Knight
going you.
also
So Miranda's
has-
on
Oh,
the
no, but the Autumn Knight also has a
Right.
sword, yeah.
So I think
I
Miranda
can-
was sorcery.
Yeah.
I can be
Oh,
the one
sorcerer?
with the
Sorcerer?
sword.
Sorcery. Yeah.
I thought that was
Swift.
Swift.
Oh, you're
'cause
right.
he's a
That was
ninja.
Bayoshi's
Yeah, no, so this is Miranda.
Okay, that's Miranda. You're right. So let's put our practitioners in the middle. That'll be the Autumn Knight, Della, and Carla. And of course, Swift is going to be there by
Well,
Bunk.
Swift is
We
Right
gotta
there.
put him
Put him right
Yeah.
behind the Autumn Knight.
who's
Yeah, there
Carla?
you go.
Which one is Carla?
Mm-hmm.
in. We got figures up there. that
Yeah, we
might
got
be good.
3 more here as well. Yep.
I think it's a girl in leather strapping.
No, she's blonde. So if you've got a blonde woman,
This is
Look
a
to the-
blonde.
yeah.
Somebody.
A blonde pikeman.
Oh, never mind.
I mean, if that's what
She
you
is-
want,
she
I
is
mean,
just
it's your
grabbing
protege.
I was just looking for a girl one, but hey.
yeah, blonde. You know, probably short. Perfect.
Oh, that's
Yeah, it's perfect.
That's a blonde.
Yeah, that's one of Jody's
That's
characters.
my other character.
All right, so she's
That's
in there
the
with you.
fighter.
Where are we putting? Who else have we got? Anastasia is going to, and her crew will probably bring up the rear, and then Jean Marie is going to be over there by you. Okay, Anastasia has herself and 3 vampires, so there you go. And then Jean Marie, that could be Jean Marie, sure, is going to be over there by you. With no, she's going to be over by Miranda.
No, are we
Yeah.
planning on like making the block and just dropping different people off at different times, or can
You
we?
got it.
I mean, I imagine we have a good
This is
way
just
to
the
go.
this is just the marching
Once you
order out
work
of
it
the
down,
church right
Okay.
now.
Right.
Yeah.
And of course, Jean Marie has a couple. Well, she has 3 ghouls with her. Okay.
Okay.
She left the twins
who are
behind.
these?
That's Anastasia,
Anastasia,
and the
okay.
vampires. Yep.
Yeah.
All right, so you head out. Looks pretty clear as you come out. There is a narrower street in front of you that's going to be a straight shot. It goes between 2 of the buildings. It's probably only about 6 or 8 feet wide, but still, I mean, it's a straight shot. We're going to go through there, or do you want to take a wider street that's maybe going to have to take you out of your way a little bit? It's a big thing.
For a straight
I
shot.
feel
Straight shot, yeah.
pretty
Better.
confident we can just carve through whatever's on our way to there. So whatever's the quickest path, in my opinion.
All right, so you head through this little narrower alley, and by narrower alley, it's only like 15 feet wide as opposed to 20 or 30 feet wide. Like, oh, that's great. Mushroom people and a big robot.
Atlantean.
Yeah, that's the guy who has to fight the monk.
Oh, right, the bigger ghoul, right. So you start heading down this alleyway. There's, of course, dumpsters there, boxes, looks like leftover, food from maybe a restaurant or something like that, the spoiled vegetables and stuff like that. You're walking down through there. It looks pretty quiet. There's back doors to different restaurants and buildings there. You get about halfway down the alley, and rounding the corner in front of you are what look like a large group of spirits. They seem to be getting ready to walk past the alley, and then one of them stops, and kind of their dull, lifeless eyes look towards you. And at which point, all the rest stop, and their heads pivot, and they begin kind of moving towards you very slowly. And they're not making any noise, oddly enough. So they're not calling any other spirits, which is good.
Are they like taking notice and approaching us?
Yes, they are coming down the alley towards you. And there's probably enough of them that they're actually filling in probably a wall about 4 to 5 spirits wide coming towards you. You're thinking there may be around 30 of them.
So if they're spirits, they're not corporeal.
They are corporeal.
They are corporeal.
Right. Remember, you guys hit a spirit horse and it took a chunk out of the van, unfortunately. Or put another dent in the van.
We have money.
Body work. That's right. Body work.
You're sitting here talking about possibly fighting 30 spirits. We have money.
Look, I'm throwing money at the problems money can fix.
That's right. That's
Yeah, but I
right.
was like, can money turn spirits?
No, that's...
No, I'll just fix my van.
I do have whirlwind air.
Mhm.
I could knock them down,
You could.
but that might make them more feisty.
Oh, well, you know, I mean, you kind of knock them out of the way so you can get through them necessarily. Yeah.
Question: does Spirit Rest do exactly what I think it does? Fair enough.
Mm-hmm.
Then I would like to use Spirit Rest.
All right. It's a rote spell.
Right.
Roll me some a discipline roll just to make sure. You're going to take 1 mental stress.
Speaking of mental stress, I noticed that his conviction is twice what mine normally is. Does that affect my track?
Unfortunately, no.
Okay, fair enough.
Because it's still your body.
Right.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, I was sitting there, I was like, maybe. I don't think so, but maybe. All right.
Ooh, that's a nice roll. All right, so what you see is Darwin steps up. There's kind of like a flash of light, and you notice that you almost see like a superimposed top hat on his head. And those of you who are next to him see like this skull-like visage roll across his face. And you see what looks like these green arms reach up out of the ground, and they grab the spirits. And the spirits start shrieking and screaming and things like that, and the arms start pulling the spirits down into the ground. And this takes about maybe 5 minutes, but all the spirits are drugged beneath the earth and just gone.
I was like, I got friends
That's-
on the other side.
That's a mental stress, right?
Right, 1 mental
Okay.
stress, yeah. At which
So-
point everybody goes, how did you
I
do
know.
that?
They're looking at him like,
What?
where's this
Where's
been all
this
this time?
Yeah. What?
I can only do it once.
Look,
Yeah.
when we were in the Museum of Death,
Yes.
Well, you couldn't do it then. Yeah. All right, so you guys start heading down the alleyway, and again, it's eerily quiet. You get to the end of the alley, and you can see what looks like this is another wide road. You figure you've probably got about 2 or 3 more roads to go, or blocks to go. Over to the right is Marie Laveau's Voodoo Emporium, which you guys are very familiar with. Out front of the Voodoo Emporium, there looks like there's about 6 or 7 of these spirits kind of banging at the door, trying to get in. You also see kind of towards the west or left of you what looks like a group of 5 spirits that seem to be trying to get into another building. They're banging on the doors and stuff like that, a la kind of zombie style. They're not moving slow, but they're beating on the door trying to get in. If these places are a threshold, then, or if somebody's a practitioner, then that's why they can't get in. So yeah. And probably Marie Laveau's actually, there's a practitioner who lives there. She's probably got a ward set up. So yeah, there may even be people inside.
But it wasn't just Marie Laveau's, right? It was a couple of other places in the area.
For what?
For the beating.
Yeah, there's a place further to the left. It looks like it may be a little door between buildings that maybe goes to a house or an apartment or a condo. You're not really sure, and they're kind of banging on the door to get in there. But again, there may be a threshold that's keeping them out. So it doesn't seem to be any big deal. You can try and sneak past them if you'd like. Give me a stealth check.
I don't have that skill.
Yeah. Stealth smell.
I barely have one level in deceit.
Ooh. It's alright, you guys are going to be okay with that. Two?
Can I use athletics instead of stealth?
No. Yeah,
Run so fast.
I don't
see
have
you.
stealth. I have at a -1.
Okay.
I kick that can.
Four. What are you at there, Miss Miranda?
Oh, I'm so sorry. I was completely spaced out and didn't even roll.
That's alright.
I have a 1.
Okay.
Okay, so what was it? Alertness?
Stealth. Stealth. Yeah, stealth.
Do I have stealth at all? I don't
Maybe not.
think that I do. I have a +1.
Okay. What did you get? 2. Okay. Actually, remarkably enough, you begin kind of tiptoeing, sneakily moving across the street. The specters seem pretty fixated on the buildings. You don't kick any cans over or trip over the curb. And you move into another cross street that's going north. And the specters don't seem to have noticed you, which is really good. So, yeah. Moving further north, another cross street that goes east to west. This is the major one. This is the one where Jean Lafitte's blacksmith shop is on. And so it's also where the Museum of Death is, actually. And so you head across that street. You see several spirits chasing people down the road, but it seems pretty quiet. A couple of the spirits turn towards you and look like they're coming this direction, and then all of a sudden they fly apart, and you vaguely see a kind of a hazy figure of what looks like a giant cat with claws and arms, and one of them turns towards you and looks at you and goes, snarf, snarf, and then off they go.
Oh.
So, yeah.
All I can think of is Too Many Cooks.
Yeah. Thundercat.
Thundercat.
That's what that was. Yeah. Snarf, snarf.
Snarf.
Yeah. One of them starts holding up the sword of omens. You might be a little nervous. But yeah, so you head again further north. You're going to have to take kind of an easterly turn pretty soon. A couple more blocks goes by. A few more spirits see you, and the Malks take care of them pretty quickly. Makes you wonder why they didn't go after the 30 or so that were coming down the alley towards you. But maybe
they wanted to see.
Well, maybe they weren't a threat yet. So, yeah. Who knows? Malks are weird. You get to this main road that has kind of like a divided median in the middle, and off to your right is what looks like the St. Louis Cemetery. Tall walls, about 10, 15 feet. I think about 10 feet tall. Actually, not even that tall. They're about 8 feet tall, really. And you see the little shack where the guy you chased off used to be, and you see that you're kind of coming out right here, so you can either go this way and enter through the front gate, or hug that wall and kind of get towards the back corner if you want. Or actually, I'm sorry, you're coming out here. This is north. This is north.
Isn't that backwards from?
Yeah, sorry. This is north. Yeah. And so you're actually coming out here. You could go that way and go through the front gate, or kind of slide along the fence if you like.
So did we want to do that whole distraction thing where we have a force hidden through here to attack the cultists while they're looking at us, and y'all can come in through this side and break down the barrier?
I'm down with it.
Yep.
Okay.
There are a lot of spirits, by the way, inside the cemetery. You can see a lot, like maybe several hundred.
We can bring Jean-Marie with us.
And if they
Us two.
Darwin with them, they can probably.
Yeah, and then we'll leave the vampires, Anastasia and them. The other vampires. I guess they're both vampires now. We'll leave the other vampires with y'all.
Suspected that girl's a vampire.
And we're still planning on coming to this side, correct?
Right?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, so y'all want to come in through this side?
Well, when you were there, when you were there before, she was down there.
Right.
Okay.
So do you think she's moved or?
Well, I don't. Well, we can attack from the front then, but how are y'all going to get over the wall?
Yes, then. Yeah.
That's why I was going to come through the wall.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, we'll follow you in then.
I can either lift people over or I can bust it down.
I think
Or bust the hole through it.
I think
not bust it
busting
down.
would be better.
Because we'll make a lot of noise, big commotion. And y'all just wait till y'all see the dust flying, and
Then we can move.
I'll shoot a lightning breath at some point as a signal of, hey, we're doing shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Swift and I can make how many people invisible too, and so we can kind of sneak in.
Oh,
I
yeah.
think it was at
True.
least 4
Yeah.
of us,
Oh.
not 5.
He's able to cover the whole group, so
We
yeah,
could
he could.
bust
yeah.
in the wall as a diversion if you guys are invisible and
Yeah, and so we can kind of sneak in if
just
y'all.
come create a
Well,
second wave
we-
that they don't know is
Will
there.
we stay invisible while casting the spell?
Yeah, absolutely. That's what a veil is
Okay.
for. Yeah,
All right.
it's not like invisibility in D&D where you make an action that's overt and everybody knows where you are or something like that. Yeah, you can stay veiled while you attack people if you want. Yeah. Now, granted, if you attack somebody, they kind of figure out where you are. But,
So that's kind of the play there. If you guys are invisible, they don't even know that you're there. We hold the attention
All right.
towards us, and
So, give me the plan. What's going on?
Myself, Jean Marie, and Miranda are going to bust through this hole.
Okay.
Bust through this wall. Are y'all coming with us?
We're going to follow you.
But they're going to be invisible
Okay.
and flooding
Right.
after.
Okay. All right. And so Anastasia is going to come in with her guys
Yes, so
and to kill cultists.
Yes.
Yeah.
yeah.
so are we doing a pincer maneuver where they come in from this way and we come in from this way?
Well, they'll probably come in through the hole first to go after the cultists,
Oh,
and then
okay,
you
okay.
guys can move in after what's his face. And if you guys bring up the rear, even they'll have no idea you guys are there.
So are we going to be back here too?
Carla's with you, but don't forget.
Yeah, I
too.
was just
Yeah,
separating.
I was just going
The,
to put us like more here so we can
Yeah.
follow you in.
Okay.
And we
And
need
Autumn Knight
Swift
with
and
the spear.
Autumn Knight.
Yeah, and Swift is going with you. That's for sure. Yeah. All right. So, are you guys going into where are you guys going in? You and Anne Marie, LeBeau.
Where's the most spirits at?
Probably towards the front, actually. So you could definitely start, playing 10 pins with the spirits.
Are we sending them with them?
they're
Keep
attacking.
them with us.
Yeah. Well,
Anastasia and then we're good.
yeah. Anastasia and them are going to go with you. The ghouls say they can stay with Darwin and Anne Marie to protect them. They don't have any problem with that. Since
And we just take Jean-Marie. with
right,
us, or-
yeah, that's
Okay.
fine. Okay, so the ghouls stay with you guys. Okay, and well, nobody knows where the malts
Those are
are,
very
but
good things for
who knows?
ghouls.
Yeah.
All right, so who's going to start off?
Where is the front again? I know it's
That
like,
way.
It's back
Yeah,
this
that
way.
way, yeah.
Okay, so we're
Good bit, yeah.
some way off this way.
Okay. All right, so who's starting off this match? Now remember, you guys do have walkie-talkies. You used them when you attacked Geotronics, so
Oh, okay,
you
yeah,
have
so we can
I do
take
not.
No, you do not, because walkie-talkies don't behave right. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And I have turned my phone off.
yeah, okay.
Yeah. Turn
guess
mine
we-
off too.
Did you guys remember to bring your body armor? I don't remember if you used it on the assault on the Devonays.
I
all
definitely had mine
happened-
there.
Well, yeah, you definitely had yours. Yeah,
Yes, sir.
We
Okay,
had
got
some
it.
stuff in the van, but
yeah. And that's right, and the grenade launcher too. So
I made sure to bring my coveralls. So
yeah, which gives you
Yeah.
actually
Yeah,
better
that's-
armor anyway. So yeah.
yeah, I mean, if
have
the body
mine.
armor was in the van, I probably would have put it on. The
Probably
stuff
was.
the rest of the-
If you, we're
I
just
had my umbrella.
you have your umbrella, yeah.
I think I used it
hello,
once.
hey, hey.
And we have the badges that give us a one-time plus
Yeah.
Right.
2 armor. So,
So who's starting the roll?
so are
So
we
we'll do it
following
with the
your
busting in of the.
Are you
Give me a
veiling,
mic
though?
check.
I'm veiling.
Want me to roll for busting?
Veiling.
Yeah, and you do need
So
a
how
mic
many
check for
people
that.
are you veiling?
As many people as I can.
Okay.
It would be
And then Swift can also
1,
veil.
2,
Swift can help,
3,
yeah.
4 for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right. Give me a veil check,
Do
which is
they need to be veiled?
you're going to need probably.
What do you think? I mean, it's up to you.
You're going to probably need to put around 6. Oh no, wait. Who are you planning to veil? Just
So
Maybe.
Swift can do a few. Swift
Yeah.
can do some, and then I can do.
right.
So if I could do 2 people and he could do 2 people, that could be.
Okay. So are you? So you're not veiling Anastasia and her crew. They're going to be killing cultists. You probably don't need to.
Yeah, I got
Okay.
the only ones that I really want to keep us.
Okay. Cool.
The people who try and bring down the
Right.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Keep
So
them-
Okay, yeah.
give me a strength set. Let's see. What is your conviction?
Conviction is a 4.
Okay, so you need 3 steps. And then you're going to need to roll discipline to reach a 7. So go ahead and roll for that.
Can I assist him or do I have to spend something?
My discipline is a 4.
Okay. Your discipline's a 4. So, okay. You missed it by 3. So what you're about to take is a 6 stress hit.
Okay.
Now, that being said...
But I'm just doing it for 2 people, right?
Well, what we'll do is this. That being said, Swift can take some of that for you, okay? Because he's assisting with the veil.
Okay.
Okay. Well, actually, you're not going to take a 6 stress hit. You're going to take a 5. Okay. So he's assisting, but he can take as much of the stress as you want him to.
All right. Let's No, I never use these things. I'm the odd knight.
Okay.
So, there you go.
There you go. So that'll make it only a 3 stress. Okay. You want him to take that for you?
Huh?
He can take it for you. I mean, that's kind of his job. I mean, right? You know?
Heck yeah.
Right, yeah.
Okay.
It's about time Swift started pulling his weight, you know?
He just kills a lot of things and protects us and stuff.
Yeah, don't worry about
He's been
that.
stabbed or
Hosting
beaten up
for a
and all.
while.
He always goes
I mean,
first.
honestly, it's just a stress hit. It's not anything big. He doesn't cast that many spells, really. Oh, wait, that was mental, wasn't it? Okay, hold on. All right. So he takes the 3 stress hit for you, kind of soaks the damage for you, and you notice he kind of looks a little more tired, but that's all right, not a big deal. He's got some stress, some mental stress boxes, so that's good. What'd you get for your might check?
10.
10. Okay, that'll work. That's what you needed. So you run. Are you running at the wall? You're punching the wall? You're just gonna shove it over? What are we doing?
I'm
He
doing
punches
like
the wall, exactly 4 bricks come out.
Yeah, right.
and then I grab it and pull it out. No, I'm just gonna do like a full I'm the juggernaut bitch and
Boom! All right, so you do. Good thing you're wearing your armor because you probably would have taken a little bit of damage if you hadn't been. You smash into the wall and the bricks just go flying. Right? Immediately, the guy with the girl right there turns towards you. You notice that Lashiel is nowhere to be seen. Okay.
Seen being after
The cultists turn towards you and begin readying their weapons. Okay. So that's where we are on that. Actually, I'm going to put this in here so I can keep Swift's stats within easy reach. Okay, so we probably should go into combat then.
okay.
Alertness.